it made me realize like I need to get out of here as soon as possible. That was my actual plan. When I joined British Army, things got opposite, and I feel like now I am alone. You get to sleep maybe 30 minutes per day. Sometimes you have to wake up whole day, night. That moment, I promised that.
You being in army and you left army within 5 years, didn't you just snatch someone else's dream? Don't you think? But how do you manage your family life?
Right now, I am more focused on business.
Has your partner ever supported you in your journey?
No.
Welcome to Niche with Diksha. Today I have another special guest whose name is Mr. Nik Dhimal. Welcome to my podcast, Nikhil.
Thank you, Diksha, for having me. It's a wonderful day. And yeah, weather is shining. Great day to do the podcast.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing, as always. Nothing to complain about.
I want to ask a question about your childhood, Nikhil. How was you as a child?
My childhood, well, I studied for a few years in India. Then I completed my rest of my studies back in Nepal. And then, yeah, till 11, I was in Nepal, Kathmandu. Then I joined British Army. And from there, my employment started.
Okay. What were you as a boy?
Whoa, okay. When you ask that question, I would say, if I have to describe me in one word, I would say naughty.
Naughty?
Yes.
Were you an extrovert like you are now?
Kind of. Yeah, I would like to meet new people, know
No, at
them.
that time.
Yes, I was like that as well.
Okay.
Because regardless of whichever, I changed a lot of schools. Regardless of any schools I went, yeah, people know me well.
Okay.
It might be good or bad, but they know me anyhow.
So I want to ask you, Nikhil, how was it like studying in Darjeeling?
As a child, I would say studying in Darjeeling is not good because you are away from family, friends, in complete different place.
Okay.
With stranger, I would say. But if you look at the long term, you will learn a lot. You will learn to be independent, right? And you will learn to do things yourself because your mom and dad won't be around. So it's on you. And I think for long run, it's a good thing.
So did you struggle with money when you were in Darjeeling? As a child?
As a child, I would say, well, struggle-wise, I had food, right? I used to get pocket money from the guardians who were looking after me. So I wouldn't say challenge, but yeah, I would say I used to do other work to make money.
Okay. So what were the works?
So yeah, it's funny. When I was in grade 7, I used to flip things.
Okay.
Flip anything, for example.
So you were a businessman since then?
I don't know. But I always wanted to make money. Right? I started, my flip was glitters.
Okay.
Right? I used to...
So glitters pen?
Glitters pen or gel.
Okay.
Buy from local stationery shop and then go to school, then resell in high value. AirPod. Not AirPod. The small...
Was it AirPod back
Not
then?
AirPod. iPod.
Okay.
iPod. I used to purchase secondhand or use iPod, then resell it with high value, then split the profit. And that's how I learned to make money and how I used to make money when I was in school.
I want to know, where did you get that idea from? Because that's a very strange thing, as a child, like working for money. That's a very strange thing.
I would say desperation. So when you are desperate...
Desperation for money or
yes,
desperation? Okay.
Pocket money, because I never had pocket money to buy anything, whatever I wanted. So I had to make an option, or I had to make a way to make money. And I found that one of the easiest and simple way.
Was it profitable for you?
Not every deal is profitable, but I used to make some sort of money anyway.
So you used to enjoy it with your friends?
Yes, I used to enjoy a lot.
Okay. Now I want to take you to your army life, Nikhil. Because, your family is not from army. Your grandfather is not from army. Your father is not from army. I want to know, where did you get that idea from to being in army?
To be in army, well, I had a friend because I used to train for basketball. I had a training partner. He was training to join British Army, and I was training to improve my strength and my performance in basketball. And during the workout, he used to talk a lot about the British Army facilities, benefits, things like that. And I was never interested in any kind of that because I was fully focused on British basketball. Then when I was in hostel, college, then I got a news all of a sudden that he joined the British Army.
Selected,
He got
okay.
selected in British Army. And from that moment, I felt alone.
Mm.
And I feel like now I am alone. There's no like workout partner because the person who I used to enjoy working out, he joined the British Army. And I feel like I need to join British Army as well.
Okay.
But to join the British Army, my intention was not to actually do the army thing like an infantry.
Okay.
My aim was to join the British Army and pursue my basketball career. That was
Okay.
my actual plan.
So your dream was to be a basketball player, not being in army.
No, so army was just a route,
Okay.
so I can join.
Pursue you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dreams of being a
Correct.
basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. So, is there a potential for basketball player in army as well?
Okay, so when I joined, because I had to convince my parents, no one's from army background, so I had to convince them I'm joining army not to go in the front line. I'm joining army to pursue my career in basketball and to do bigger in basketball. And that's how I got permission from my family to join British Army.
Okay.
And as soon as I joined British Army, things got opposite. So I had few regiments. I had to pick and choose, no other options. Then whichever regiment I choose, then it's in my commander's hand to give me that regiment badge or not.
Okay.
And
So it wasn't your choice.
no, it wasn't my choice.
Okay.
It was based on my whole year when I joined. So how it works is when you join British Army, you have 9 months of infantry or basic training back in Catterick.
Okay.
And then based on your performance, based on your skills, knowledge, they will give you your cap badge.
Okay.
And fortunately or unfortunately, I got 1 RGR badge, which is infantry frontline.
Are you grateful for that?
Yes, I'm grateful because whatever path I have been through, it helped me a lot. Right now in my business, because everything, whatever I'm doing in my business, I learned from the army, the basic principles.
Okay, I want
And
to
I'm
talk about that later as well. Firstly, I want to talk about, you have a business background family. Didn't you want to do business in Nepal?
No, I never got interested in the family business because I was always away. You see, I'd never stayed in a home more than a month because I
Okay.
was in hostel, college, and different places. So I never got interest about the business. And since joining the army, again, similar thing happened that I need to find another way to make income,
Okay.
which will come down later when we go through it. But
Okay.
yeah, that's how I got interested.
So how was your army training? Was it tough? Was it okay for you because you were already an athlete?
Army training, I would say it wasn't tough, but it's just different strength you need. For example, in the selection phase, you need to carry 25 kg of weight on your back
Okay.
and run 5 kilometer uphill. And you have a certain time limit. If you cross that limit, you won't be selected.
Okay.
I think that was the hardest part because during the practice, I literally felt blood
Okay.
because it's really tough. And that moment, I promised that I will not encourage from my family to join British Army.
Okay.
Yeah, my basketball, the training I used to do, that helped me a lot with the strength and physical fitness as well in the army.
Okay. Okay, so you had a lot of struggle while training in army. After being selected in army, I think you were in sniper course as well. But why did you leave army? Because you went all of the struggles, you had all of your struggles. Why did you leave army?
Why did I leave army? Okay, if you remember, I said the reason I joined army is to focus on basketball, right? And I joined infantry regiment. Right after I joined the regiment, after a few months, I was deployed in Afghanistan. And in Afghanistan, we used to have operation time, and after that, you have your own admin time, rest time. And during the rest time, I used to browse in YouTube, personal development books, videos, and I tried to learn a lot of personal development things during my off time. And I tried everything. I tried eBay, Amazon, everything. And then I came across property. Property is something, it's easy to understand and it's simple, but it's not simple to do, but simple to understand. It's been there like hundreds of years ago, and demand is there, right? It's right now, demand is right now, and it will keep on growing. And from there, how I got into property. And as soon as I finished my operation in Afghanistan, I came back to UK. That was 2019. And I went to the first property training course seminar, and from there everything changed. And I learned more about properties. And yeah, from that day, I never looked back.
Okay. I want to ask you, but why did you leave army? What was the core point for you to leave army? Because you can be in army and you can do property as well, but why did you leave army?
Good question. Why I left army? I would say I was young that time, and after that Afghanistan operation, I was selected in sniper. Okay, so infantry, like if I have to give you a figure, like 0 to 5, infantry is 3, like medium hard.
Okay.
Sniper is 4.5. It was
So it was the hardest.
Yeah, it was hardest. 12 weeks training, right? Like you get to sleep maybe 30 minutes per day. Sometimes you have to wake up whole day, night, cold food.
Tough.
Yeah, and
I can never.
You can imagine the UK weather, right? Cold
Always
food.
raining.
Yes. And the more I got into that training, the more it made me realize like I need to get out of here as soon as possible. This is not something I want to do. Okay.
Is it because your family is from business background?
No. So I never considered that. Even though my family is from business background, but I never considered, I have my family background. I never considered that as an option.
Okay. It was never an option.
It was
for
never
you.
an option. I always thought I have to do something on my own.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, whatever it is, I need to find a way to make additional income. And I'm not trying to portray a bad image for army, but that wasn't my dream.
It wasn't your thing.
Yeah. When I joined the army, I saw all the ranks and I saw what's going to happen when you join, when you get promoted, and when you retire.
So you had the blueprint in front of you.
Yeah, I saw everything, and that really didn't motivate me. People do love and get inspired with the journey, but that really didn't motivate me. And I thought, like, I'm just doing property, right? And I have a job right now, so I think I need to choose one. If I try to catch 2 rabbits, I'll catch none. So I would give my 100% either in army or in property. And I made a tough decision, and I left the army to pursue and to grow my business property.
Okay. I want to ask, like, being in army is someone else's life dream. They attempt so many times, but yet still they get failure. They don't get selected. But you being in army and you left army within 5 years, didn't you just snatch someone else's dream? Don't you think?
Snatch, I would say, because this wasn't handed to me. I worked hard as well. I trained a whole year. I went, like, every year there's more than 7,000 applicants to join British Army from Nepal, right? And nobody gave me the selection blueprint or the green light. I went through each individual to get selected in this army. So I think I deserve it. And I didn't left the army as soon as I got in. So I did, as per the contract, I did the 4 years and then I resigned. So I wouldn't say I snatched someone's dream. I just say I worked hard and then I did what I wanted to do in my life.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. So I want to ask you, Nikhil, being in army, surrounded with your army friends, was it like a crap situation for you?
No, it wasn't crap situation. I would say it's just different conversation. Because the conversation I want to be in is about business, like how to improve ourselves. Okay. In army, the conversation all is about promotion, this and that. So I never got into that conversation. As soon as my parade gets off, I used to focus on my own work. I used to network. I used to attend property events, business network, because these are the people I wanted to surround myself.
Okay. So, there are some people who say that, being in army, it's all about negativity. I can never get out of it. So is it them making excuses, or is it the environment that they are in? What do you think?
I think on that scenario, they are basically blaming others because it's your responsibility. Whatever happens in your life, what I follow and what I believe is whatever happens in your life, if you take a responsibility, you have the power to change. But if you just simply blame to other people just to feel good about yourself, you will lose that power and you will lose that control. I think the people are saying that because of the environment, because of army, I can't get out. They are lazy and they want to feel good, so they blame on other people. Put that blame to other soldier.
Okay. So that it all depends on them.
Yeah, it all depends on them. It all depends on how dedicated they are, how hungry they are to go out and to learn and to take action. It's easy to give advice. It's easy to do things, but it takes courage to go and take action.
Okay. Let's talk about what did you learn in army? Give me 3 points.
Army. Okay, I learned there's a core principle in army. I might not get it correct, but it's called C drills. C means courage, D means discipline, R means respect for other, I means integrity, L means loyalty, and S means selfless commitment. So if you look at this, it's very simple, but this works in personal, professional life, everywhere.
So you apply this formula in your business as well?
Yes, till today, I follow these principles. And then what I learned is the mental,
Okay.
right? Because I was in sniper, 12 weeks training in woodland or training area,
Okay.
cold weather, cold food, no sleep, day and night you go out.
It must be really tough for someone.
Yes, but that helped me a lot with my mental strength, right? And in business, whenever I feel stress, I don't take it as stress. It's just an opportunity to grow because I have good food, good weather, right? Inside a building, because in army, you have to be in training area, right? So, yeah, main thing I learned and helped me is my mental strength.
Okay. So, okay, that's fine. Okay. Let's talk about you leaving army. After you left army, what did you do? What was your first business?
After I left army was my property, which was buying old house, renovating it, then forcing the value up, remortgaging it, and keep on cycling the money. That was the initial plan, and that's how I started.
Okay. So did you get success in it?
Well, I had challenges. Success, I would say, because in every deal you won't be able to make money or pull out your whole money. So it's every time it's a learn and keep on growing.
So what do you look for when investing in property?
As you know, right now I don't invest in property because right now my business model have slightly changed.
Okay.
Now it's more about giving service to client. So right now what I'm focusing on system, marketing, and then hiring the right people. Because what I have realized is once you reach certain point, as a business owner, your job is to find the right talent, make a system so you can buy back more time and you can focus on what's actually important and your team can do the actual business work.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I want to know, what do you look for when investing in business as well? What do you look for? Do you look for already known market or completely new market? What do you prefer?
Okay, I'll give you two scenarios, okay? So if I'm starting a complete new business, I'll first study. I'll first see the business, how it's going on. I'll take a review from those people who are already doing it, not from the people who I know. The reason why most people or most business fail is because they take advice from the wrong people, right? They take advice from their father, brother. If they haven't started the business, if they haven't done the business, they are not the right person to give you advice. The first thing I do is take advice from people who are already doing it. If I'm starting a complete new business.
Okay.
But if I'm investing in someone, I study them, how they are. Because regardless, if the business is good, if the business plan is good, but if the other person is a negative or the vibe doesn't add up, regardless what the business you do, eventually it will fail. If you have the right person, even if you take the wrong step with the right mentality and the right action, you can achieve your target.
Okay. What's competition to you?
Competition is exciting. It will push you to go out, try something new, and bring something new in service to client or product, whatever you do. And it's an opportunity to grow as well. Because if there's no competition, you will be comfortable, relaxed, and you never want to go out of your comfort zone.
Okay. So do you have any competitors?
I wouldn't say competitors. There's no competitors. The only person I compete is myself. But I take inspiration from a lot of businesses or entrepreneurs
Okay.
I follow.
So who is your foremost inspirational person?
Okay, I'll give you few, okay? So number one is Varun Chaudhary, who's
Okay.
Nepal's billionaire. We met on Sunday, right? In Mayfair Hotel. Number two, I follow Grant Cardone. 10X book, a really amazing book for early entrepreneurs. Then Patrick Bet-David. And recent
He's
one.
amazing.
Yes. And recent one, I'm currently taking him as my main business coaches, Dan Martell. So these are the 4 people I follow and I admire their work.
What do you like the most about them?
Just the labels they are right now.
Okay.
Because my problem in front of them is nothing. Let's say if I'm dealing or stressing out on few 10, 20,000, they are dealing and stressing out 100 or even million. So the level, the mindset is totally different. And when you look at them, they are way ahead of you. When you share your journey, they'll give you tips, advice and help that will help you to skip the pitfalls or that will help you to fast track your journey.
Okay. Okay, Nikhil, let's talk about how did you came with the idea of starting a deal sourcing business and your letting business?
Property finding business. Okay, how I got with this business, started this business is when I was doing property, I used to document my journey since day one, right? I used to share where I'm going, where I'm getting the education, what exactly I'm doing. And from there, people started approaching me saying, I don't have the time, especially the army background. They are always deployed or relocated in different places that then they will have limited time to go and view the property, negotiate, do everything. And few people approached me saying that you help me find the property, I'll pay you the fee, whatever fee you charge. That time I never thought I will ever start this business because this
Why?
was something I wasn't interested in.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, that's fine. I helped one army colleague, second, third. From there, the word of mouth started. Right?
So that's how your business grew
Yes.
over time. Okay.
Yes, and that's how the demand went high, right? From sourcing one property, now we are buying, in 1 month, we are buying 80 properties. Just not in one place, but all around England, all the way from Maidstone, Kent to up to Ram. So we are buying everywhere. Started this business just by myself, going viewing. Now we have people of 8 people doing the admin work behind the background, assisting client with documentation, solicitor. So it just says that there's a huge demand, right? And people, they choose comfort over struggle. They don't want to do the road trip. They don't want to do the viewings. So what we have made is under one click, we find the house, we do the mortgage, legals, and after we get the keys, we rent their house as well.
So it's a hassle-free service you give to the people.
That's correct, yeah.
Is it just based to Nepalese community or is it for the other community as well?
Right now, no, it's not for only Nepalese community, it's for everyone. But right now, there's a huge demand in Nepalese community. So we are only focused on that end right now. That's the reason I'm heavily investing and studying about the business system.
Okay.
Yes, we have other nationality as well. Like we have Russian client, we have Pakistani client. Slowly, we are touching on different nationality or community.
Okay. You told me about deal sourcing. I want to know about lettings as well.
Lettings, yes. So once we started deal sourcing, and again, letting wasn't the business that I was interested in, or I never thought I would start. I sourced the property, we completed it, we collected the keys, I handed the keys to the client, they are happy, and then they went with the local agent. You should said there's a difference. With us, it's easy to communicate because there's no language barrier and easy to express what they want and what kind of service they want.
Okay. Is it focused on Nepalese community as well, the lettings?
No, again, it's open for everyone. We have, again, similar clients. And then the client came back to me saying that I'm not happy with the letting service. There's a lack of communication, not getting the service that you delivered with the house finding. Why don't you start the letting company?
Oh, okay, so it wasn't your idea.
No, it wasn't my idea. And I was like, no, letting is too much challenge. Because every day you communicate with the tenant, landlord, issues, whatever. And then after one client, second line, why don't you start letting company? And I was like, if I start a letting company, if I have a right team, this can be enhanced free business. And yes, with brother Pranil, we came up with a plan. And yes, we started the letting business, and look our record right now. So within 1.5 years, so we have over 250 properties around all England.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, and it's growing.
That's
it's
a beautiful
growing rapidly.
number.
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
So I would say 1.5 or 2 years. And
Just
we have
2
three
years.
branches, right? One in Midlands, Coventry. Second one is,
Wow.
last year we opened in Aldershot Farm Road. With Bim, that is the branch owner. And third one we opened, I think, last month in Ashford, Kent.
Okay. So which one of the 3 branches is the most successful one?
Successful wise, I would take it as which is currently heavily doing the work is HQ, because HQ been the main branch, and then the second branch, which is Farm Road branch, and now the third branch we are slowly growing with the local area properties.
What sort of challenge do you face in this sort of businesses?
Challenge I face in this sort of businesses is right now the main thing that I'm working is finding the right people. That is the most important part of business owner, and getting my time back.
Okay.
So right now the challenges I'm facing are I need to learn more, and I need to execute new system in place, and I need to learn how to get my time back as a business owner, because the most valuable asset in the company is business owner time.
Okay. So when hiring a team, like you talked about, like you are looking to hire many people, then while hiring a team, what qualities do you see?
Depends with the job role, what they are. For example, yesterday I hired personal assistant.
Okay.
Okay. And the main thing I hired is the attitude, the vibe. Like they must be open to learning, right? Proactive rather than reactive. Okay. And the other thing is how hungry and dedicated they are. A new thing what I've learned is while hiring, I ask them what's the 5 years goal,
Okay.
right? And they will say ABC. Now, then I will try to sell them. Okay, my company will help you to achieve the 5-year goal.
Okay.
That's how I am interviewing people. First, they have to sell me why they are the best candidates. And after that, my job is to sell them why this is the right company for them.
Okay. So how many people have you given opportunity to until now?
You mean the hiring side?
Yes.
So hiring side, I would say we have in and around like 15 to 20 people right now.
That's amazing.
And we are great, yes.
Okay.
With the grace of God.
So I see you have like a family members in your business as well. Do you think it's a good business? It's a good team to hiring your own family members as a team?
Yes, it is a good thing because number one, there's trust, right? Because
Loyalty.
loyalty. Everyone's have their strong point and a weak point. There might be some points where I'm strong because I know that role or task. There might be situation where I'm weak. You might be stronger on that situation. That's how we segregate the task. And of course, as individual strong point and weak point, we work on that. And then we hire the team where we are insufficient member or we need more team.
Okay. So while hiring, do you look for like a new person, or do you look for already experienced person?
It mainly depends with the job role.
Okay.
Because let's say, for example, if I'm hiring someone to manage the handyman or manage the tenant, if the person is new, they have no clue on this one and they're going to mess up things. On this scenario, so I look for someone who have already experience because they know how to deal with that. And I try to hire people who are experienced, because if I hire someone who have no experience, and let's say if I hire a videographer, let's say for example, okay, and that videographer have little knowledge like me, and if I have to invest my time to train that videographer, then who's going to do my job? I hire that person to help me with the videography.
Okay.
And their job role is to do the video editing and the videography. But if I have to jump in and teach them, I'm just giving myself an extra work, which is not good for me.
Okay. What do you hate to see in your team?
The number one thing I hate to see in my team is blaming.
Okay.
Okay. I have 3 SOP that my every team member has to follow. If they ever come up with a problem, issues, number one, they have to describe me what's the issue is.
Okay.
Number 2, they have to tell me what they did to solve that issue. Number 3, they have to tell me what they're trying to achieve with that problem. Because every time, just imagine, so I'm right now doing a podcast with you, right? So let's say, imagine there's a phone ringing, and when I pick up my phone, there's my admin team telling me there's, for example, key missing from one property, or tenant lost the key.
It's not good.
So now, whatever I'm doing, I have to focus on their problem, and I have to find a solution. But that's not my job. That's their job. That's why they are hired to find a solution. So my most important thing in team is I ask them, never come to me with a problem. Try to solve it yourself. Because if they come to me with a problem, then it will become a habit for them.
Okay.
They will never grow because they will never try to invest their time, study, and bring the solution. They will just easy come up to me and they will take my time. Again, if I don't get my time back, I don't have time to focus on bigger problems. Because as a business owner, my job is to focus bigger problem, solve that problem, and move on to the bigger problem. Right now, we have the main problem is VAT, right? And my job is right now to deal with that. And imagine if I have to deal with the tenant key loss. If I focus on that problem, which is 15-20 pound worth of problem, I'll lose like 30,000-40,000 pound a year. So there's a huge difference. That's the reason each person in the company has their own roles. And of course, they will face a problem. Business will never gonna be rainbow and sunshine every day. There will be a problem. And then every person, whoever dealing with that, has to find a solution. If they can't solve it, then come up with 3 things that I said. And then we'll discuss.
What is negativity to you?
Negativity is negative, right? It's what you call tangible, right? And it's a dangerous thing. And
Do you have negativity in your life?
I wouldn't say negativity. I would say people who are negative, I cut them off from my life.
So that's how you overcome negativity.
Exactly. Because energy, the main thing is energy. You always produce energy. You don't have energy, right? So if I meet someone, regardless of what's going on in their life, if they are positive, right, that gives me energy. The more you spend time
Energy
with
is
positive
exchangeable.
people, exactly. Let's say you spend your time with 5 people who have positive energy, you again get recharged. And you went back home, you met someone who have negative energy, all the energy will completely go down.
Yeah, drain.
So it's very important, and you have to be very picky with whom you spend your time.
So you choose the people whom you spend your time with.
Exactly. I'm very picky.
Okay.
I want to protect my energy.
Okay.
And I want to keep on grow my energy.
Okay. I want to ask you about Nik Dhimal Limited team. You know, we see your team's content everywhere. And how do you keep them motivated and inspiring?
I would say everyone, they have their own goals, right? And my job is to show them the road, show them the door. And their job is to go through that. I can't push it, I can't drag it. My job is to show them opportunity, and their job is to grab it. So I would say each and every individual, they have their own target. They have their own goals. And that's how they are motivated. And we inspire each other. Energy. Again, we come back to energy. And if someone is feeling down, we tell them, okay, what's the reason? Come on, you don't do it for yourself, do it for the other people. You have to push more content. You have to close more clients. That's how everyone's interested and dedicated to their work.
Okay. How did it feel to get recognized in Dubai as well?
It's good feeling. It feels like whatever the work you've been putting on, okay, it's worth it. Because if you are just in office doing the content, doing the work, then if no one's recognized you, if there's no any feedback, then you will never know what is happening. But if there's someone giving you feedback, then you will come to know, okay, I need to improve on this, or if this is good, then I need to work on this.
Okay. So let's go back to your business as well. Your business is mainly focused on service business.
Yeah.
How do you ensure your clients are satisfied?
It's my manager's duty
Okay.
to make sure the client's satisfied. If there's any issues, we again go back to the circle, how we deal with issues. And we take feedback very seriously.
Okay.
We take feedbacks very seriously. And yes, we work on feedbacks. And the main thing about my business or our business is we have young energy. We are ready, hungry, dedicated. And whenever we see something that's working, implement it immediately rather than delaying the process.
Okay. I want to ask, like, is client satisfaction more important than closing deals to you?
If I have to choose one, yes, client satisfaction is very important. That's how that helped me to grow my business. Because if I just focus on closing, getting new clients, and don't look after the current client, the word of mouth gonna go spread faster than your actual advertisement. So if you give your client best service, they will become your brand ambassador. They will do the advertising for you. And trust me, you telling about your business to other people is more better, and people will trust if someone else will tell you about your business to them.
Okay. It's most trusty.
Exactly, most trusty, and then that spreads a lot faster.
Okay. Limits that you have crossed for client satisfaction
Limit, like in terms of what kind?
in terms of business? Limit that you have crossed?
I wouldn't say limit. So in terms of limit, I would say giving time, like out of working hours, because our team, they give time, like some of them are messaging at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 p.m.
okay, yeah.
Because as you know, most of our clients, they are in army, they are in different country, different time zone, and my team are always there to help them and answer their inquiries and help them with their solicited documents.
Okay. So that's how you
Yeah.
have crossed your limits.
Yes, that's
okay.
how we have helped and changed the game. And we have like team not only in UK, we have in Nepal, Philippines, Australia.
Okay. So you don't do like 9 to 5 timing.
We don't have 9 to 5.
Okay.
We just work based on the client timetable.
Okay. That is something really amazing, because most people don't do that.
Yeah, even after 9 p.m., if you email us, you will never find an automated reply that out of office. You will get a reply after an hour.
But isn't that too much hassle for you?
I don't do it myself. I have a system to do
Okay.
it. So that every time if there's any inquiry from a client, that needs to be answered fast.
So your business is purely based for the satisfaction of clients.
Service, that's right, yes.
Okay. That's very nice. Okay. Nikhil, let's talk about when you first started your business. Did you do it with your own money, investors' money, or did you do it with your family's money?
When I started my own business, it was always investors. Because from army, you won't get that much money. Or you can't save that much money in order to invest or buy property. That's a long-term goal. I started my documenting my journey from day one in all the social media platform. And people used to watch me and they used to notice me, what am I doing? And I started raising funds. That's how I started my business.
How did you approach investors?
I just advertised in social media and people started messaging me saying that they want to invest.
So it was easy peasy for you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say easy peasy. It was because it was 2 years, 3 years work. I didn't just all of a sudden out of blue, I just uploaded raising funds, right? I shared my journey from day one. So it's a 1 year, 2 years work.
Okay. So how did you made them invest in your business?
Property, which is very simple. It's always going to be there. The demand is there, right?
So you had a very good start.
Yes.
Okay. It wasn't like a rough situation.
Yeah, it wasn't that challenging. It was simple and straightforward.
Okay, Nikhil, you talked about, like client satisfaction is at its best in your business. But how do you manage your family life?
How do I manage my family life?
Yes.
That is a good question.
I really want to know this.
Yes, I know. Why? Family life right now, I am more focused on business. And I know my limits right now. That is the reason why I am heavily investing time and money in system. Because I cannot do this for long run. I cannot be available every time in the business for 24/7.
Okay.
I need to have a system in place. And I need to make my personal life and the business life as one.
Okay.
Rather than two separate things. Because I don't believe in work-life balance. I need to make sure I need to work on, and I need to take advice from people who have already achieved it and doing it.
So you're saying you don't have a family life, sort of?
I do have family life. I'm trying to get my time back more from a business so I can spend my time with my family.
Okay. That's nice to hear. Has your partner ever supported you in your journey?
No. I'm just kidding. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Right.
How?
Since we started journey together, I think our first business was resell electronics. Right. I used to buy from Facebook,
Okay.
cheap price, then resell it while I was in training, while I was deployed. I used to message you, and you used to pack the parcel and send it to the
Even
whatever
at
address.
6 in the morning.
Exactly. And from there, we started our property journey. If you remember, we were based in Wales, and just for 2 or 3 viewings,
Yeah.
we drove all the way to West
6
London.
hours, 6 hours.
Right, West London, right after the work hour. We travel all the way down, do a few viewings, again go back. I think the time when we reached home was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So yes, my partner was there. You were there since day one.
Okay. So what is partnership to you?
Partnership to me is very crucial, a pillar, back pillar, because let's imagine you are growing a business or you're trying to do a business, then you come home, then the conversation, then the environment doesn't match up with the partner. Your partner is talking complete different thing, you're talking completely different thing. If that happens and then there's a negative vibe, right, the conversation not going as per your plan, then that will automatically hamper in both of your lives, personal and professional life. So I think having partner, especially, it's very rare, but having partner going with you on the same direction is like a blessing for you, because things you don't see, your partner can see the issues, and you guys can work together.
Okay, so you prefer husband and wife or partners going in the same direction rather than going on their own.
If that happens, that's good, but because everyone's have their own choices, own dreams, which is very rare to have both partner go in the same direction. But if that happens, I think that's a good. If your partners do that, that's a blessing.
Okay. Okay, Nikhil. I think, having you said that, I think you're a very aggressive businessman. I want to know, do you have fun in your life? Because you are always about business. You are very aggressive businessman, like we all see in the social media as well. Do you ever have fun?
When you say fun is different for different people. For example,
What is it for you?
For someone, fun might be going on beach. For someone, fun might be going on parties. For me, fun is working with a team, achieving the target. Because my business, I don't take it as work. I take it as my therapy.
Okay.
The more bigger problem I solve, the happier I get.
Okay.
And that is fun for me. So I don't see that fun is
So okay, so you mean you don't have a hobby?
I don't remember.
What about basketball?
That gone long time ago. When I joined the army, that everything changed. When my hand I had used to have basketball, that was replaced with the weapon.
Okay. So you mean you don't do anything for fun?
I said business is my fun. I love doing it. I love going to the gym, working
But that's
out.
not what I want to hear.
Maybe traveling with family.
Okay.
Yeah, traveling with family. Because this is like June, right now. We travel Dubai, Singapore, Philippines, again Dubai, again going Dubai.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so traveling is fun for you.
Yes, traveling is fun.
How do you stay this motivated? Like, you're all about business all the time, day and night, like every week, every weekend. How do you stay motivated?
People around me. I spend my time with people doing the same thing, and that motivates me and keeps me happy.
Okay. Are they always giving you motivation? Or sometimes you have to motivate them as well?
Vice versa. Yeah. Whenever they feel something isn't working or they feel down, I'll just tell them, that's just life. If you solve this, that is, or if you face any new challenges, struggle, that's a sign of growth.
Okay.
So keep on going.
Okay.
It just depends. So life, you see, regardless you do business or you do nothing, there will be problem. Right? Even if you lay on the bed for the whole year, you will have backache, the back pain. That's going to be a problem. It just depends with what lens you see life. Okay? It's very important. If you see problem as a problem and just complain and just make excuses, it's always going to be the problem. But if you see with different lens And if you add exciting with that, okay, if I solve this problem, I'm going to enable level 2, bigger problem. If I solve that bigger problem, bigger achievement, again, bigger problem.
Okay.
It just depends how you take it.
One piece of advice that have stuck with you that someone told you.
One piece of advice I would say, learn from that person who have already done it and achieve it.
Okay. So who gave you this advice?
I don't remember actually, because I had a lot of mentors during my business journey, right? I always believe in mentor, and having mentor as a business, having a mentor is key. People say it's a waste of money, but if you have the blueprint and if you don't take action, then it's your responsibility, right? And having a mentor is taking the advice from them and taking what to do, what not to do. That's very key.
Okay.
I would say any business owner, they should definitely have a mentor or someone to advise them with the business. You see, most people, they take advice from, let's say, family members. They love you. That doesn't mean they can give you the right advice for the business if they haven't done the business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So have a mentor and just believe on their system, blueprint, and take action. Main thing is take action.
I also see you having a lot of criticism in social medias, mostly on social medias actually, because people don't dare to come up to you and say something on your face.
Yeah.
How do you handle criticism?
On criticism, social media, or on personal life, you see, the best way to avoid is to do nothing. If you do nothing, you will never come on their radar. People will never notice you. People don't know about you. If you see or hear criticism, that's a good sign, because people know about you. Like people who criticize me, I don't know about them, but they know about me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's a life. You just have to carry on. That's just that's sign of growth, right? If I'd never achieved this height of success, or if I never achieved this milestone, they would never know about my business or what I do. So again, for people, if they can't take criticism, or again, you see the bad comments, jealousy, I would say, don't do anything. If you don't want to face that, don't do anything. Just sit at home, do nothing, and just blame your life. But if you want to move forward, that's part of life. Just ignore it and just keep on going your track. While you are on the road, let me give you an example. When you're walking on the road, right? When dog barks at you, you don't go and bark back, right? Just keep on going. That's with life.
Okay.
The reason they are talking behind you is they are behind you.
That's nice. That's inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay, Nikhil. How do you come up with the new ideas every time to strategize your business, to scale your business? How do you come up with the new ideas? Is it mentors? Is it books?
Mix of books, business coach, and traveling.
Do you like reading books?
Yes, I love reading books. Every day I try to read one chapter. And recently what I've realized is the more I travel, the more I learn things. Right? This year we travel a lot of different countries, right? And yes.
So that's how you get the ideas from.
Yes, that's how I get ideas. That's how I see how other businesses are working. Because before that, I used to fully focus on my business. And then I never got time to go out, travel, learn, see things, and again, be grateful again, and come back, implement what you learn. So yeah, traveling is another way to learn.
Okay, so you mean having a business, if you are a business owner, you are suggesting someone to go out and travel and see the other businesses as well and implement in your business.
Exactly. Regardless, business owner or whatever, if you have certain goal, purpose in life, you need to get out, meet new people, travel, learn, because fish won't jump on your boat. You have to go out and catch fish. Right? So you have to go out, meet different people, grow your network. That's very important. I will touch on grow a network, okay? Why your network is your net worth. Why you hear this line, right, all over social media. And this is very important because a few days ago, around 1 a.m., I got an idea about getting a whole piece of land and then doing a luxury like cabins or things like that. I got an idea at 1 a.m. Then I messaged 4 people, right? One is I take it as a business mentor, billionaire Barundai, and 3 other successful business people in UK who are millionaire or multimillionaire. I shared this idea with 4 of them, right? One said very good, solid idea. Another said, if you have this plan, I'll buy the land for you. You see, that's the reason. I just had the idea. I shared the idea with my people, the circle, and they gave me the solution, started giving me solution. And another person said, if you need this cabin, this is how you transfer from China to the UK.
Okay.
You see, if I had to go out and do this work by myself, I might be able to do it, but it would take a lot of time, a lot of money,
Time is money.
mistakes, right? But I have these people giving me advice, saying me, that guy, that brother, he was mentioning he was planning to buy a big 40 acre of land last year, but that fell due to the buyer pulled out at the last minute. You see, so that's the reason having the right people is very important. That's a simple example.
Okay. So any advice would you like to give someone who is starting entrepreneurial journey?
Yes, I would say three things. If you are in business, if you're doing business, or if you want to grow in life, three things. Number one is marketing. Sales, marketing is more important than sales. You might have the best service, best product in the world, but if nobody knows you, it doesn't matter. So value is zero. So go out, tell what you do, share your client wins. Number two, which I learned hard way or expensive way, is whatever money you make in business is not your money 100%. There's a person or there's a company or firm that takes some of your money, and that is government.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever money you earn in business, segregate some amount for the tax. Right? And number three is have system. Don't wear multiple of hats. Right? Like for example,
Jack of all trades.
yes, nothing.
Master of none. Yeah.
Exactly. So right now, I have videographer in Dubai waiting for me, so we can continue the vlog. Right? The person who can do the ads, right? Admin team, client who's there to respond client inquiries. So you need to have a right system. The job of business owner is to start the business, right? Run the business, have the team, and get out of the business immediately as early as possible. You have to work on the business, not in the business. So these are the three things. Summarize: marketing. You have to market your work. Number two, you need to understand the taxes. And number three, have the system and get out of the business.
Okay. 3 tips for starting?
3 tips in starting is invest in yourself. That is the best return you can ever get. Invest in yourself. And number 2 is, I would say, again, that will come under the investment umbrella. Have a business mentor.
Okay.
That's very key. And number 3 is your mindset. So mindset is very, very important as well. So these are the 3 things. Protect as much as possible and keep on reinvesting.
Okay. Okay, one book that you will recommend.
One book I would recommend, I'll recommend 2.
Okay.
So one is 10x by Grant Cardone. He talks about if you have any problem, not find one way to solve it, find 10 ways to solve it. Right? And number 2 is, which I'm reading currently, is by Dan Martell, Buy Back Your Time. For once you reach certain stage, once you have team member, then this book is very important.
Wow, it was a great session, Nikhil. Thank you so
very
much for coming.
As always, it was great to meet you and do the podcast today.
Thank you so much.